Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Richard, and I just wanted to let you all know that I'm sorry for being sick the last few days, so I haven't been able to post anything. But we're going to get back into the rhythm. This is a bunch of crazy, strange, disturbing, creepy TikToks and videos that we have found all across the internet for you to watch with me. And I'll give you my reaction. I hope you give me your reaction in the comments. Hope you subscribe to the channel, like the video. But let's get into it right now.
This news station was caught faking space footage. Watch this.
Here comes the Walma Senior.
Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
And it's obviously
Here's an arrow.
a guy filming with a green tennis ball in front of a blue screen.
Right. Clearly, I mean, it's not even.
And then here's a clip of what they turned it
Here's
into.
his water particle. Yeah. Wow.
So is space fake because
Same as day, wasn't it? It's terrible. I'm a little late on all these videos, but I still wanted to go over them with you. All these tornadoes here lately. Lost strength, but heart goes out to everybody affected by these storms. It's terrible. How strange the path the storms are going on.
Brain death is a lie, so people don't even realize it's a lie anymore. But it's been a lie from the beginning, continues to be a lie. They invented brain death mainly to get organs, but then also so they don't waste money on treating people who aren't ever going to get a job, who are just going to live and not die. And so to see what brain death is, it's primarily a way to get organs. You cannot get any organs from a cadaver. Every organ that's transplanted is a healthy organ, and you can only get healthy organs from living persons. You cannot get any organs for transplant from a cadaver. The things I'm telling you is that you are not allowed to hear, because if you hear it, you will be upset, as all three of you are upset. And rightly so, you should be upset. Whose organs do they want? Certainly from all children, but especially the people who are 16 to 30, and their life is in jeopardy. If they're unconscious and on a ventilator, they're going to get their organs. Everybody who's called brain dead has a beating heart, circulation, and respiration. If they didn't have that, you wouldn't have to call them brain dead. You could call them dead.
What y'all have to say about that? I've got my opinion. I had a brother that passed away several years ago, and they claimed that he was brain dead, and they told my mom and dad that he would never be able to do this, never be able to do that. They kept showing him scans, supposedly showing that his brain was dead. It was 2 days before my birthday, and they wanted to pull the plug, and my mom and dad wasn't allowed to be in the room when they did it. And I've always wondered ever since then. It was hard losing my brother, but that brain dead stuff, it sucks. It really does. And they took his organs too. His wife allowed him to take his organs. But let me know what you think in the comments. Oh, it looks like a piece of bacon, but I guess.
Earth is not our planet. Mars was. I know that sounds wild, but let me walk you through it. Long ago, Mars wasn't the dry, dead rock you see now. It was alive, civilization, life, cities. But then something happened. Something so big, so loud, it ended everything. They don't tell you this, but Mars shows signs of nuclear activity. Look up Xenon 129. It's a gas. On Earth, it only appears after a nuclear explosion. But guess what? It's also found on Mars. So here's what might have gone down. Massive war, nukes. Mars got wiped. But a few escaped. A few got out in time, and they came here to Earth. They had to start all over. No tech, no buildings, just survival. That's why we think we evolved here. We didn't. We restarted here. You know how people say we're the aliens? Well, maybe we are. Not little green men, but travelers, refugees. We left our home behind, not by choice, but to survive.
This is just a theory.
A lot of people think that. Now, me, myself, I've had thoughts about that too, long before I even started school. And then they kind of interrupted those thoughts that I had. Let me know in the comments what you think.
Footage of a newscast.
You're welcome.
Tom, this latest video that we have is extremely interesting. I want you to tell us at home whether or not you think this is an abduction.
Take a close look at this. Field of cows?
Well, how do you explain
It's supposed to be a cow going up.
There you go. Yeah, that's an abduction.
That is definitely an abduction.
Like, legitimately, did you see that? Okay, I'll play it one more time. You just have to promise to share this video.
Could you have one more time, Mr. Director?
Remember, you promised you'd share this.
Why wouldn't, if you're a UFO, if you're an alien, why wouldn't you take out prime beef?
I don't know. If you ask me, that was definitely a live abduction of a cow. If that's not what it was, what do you think it was then?
She knew her time was up when her name was called. Watch this.
And the Grammy goes to Amy Winehouse.
This is Martin Luther King in the club, getting done. With a bad bitch in his head, and she down for whatever. In the back of his mind is Coretta, and she knows.
First they show them, huh?
She knows, and I know she knows, and I know she knows, and deep down she knows. She knows.
In that world, fame always comes with a price. So,
what in the hell is that? Did you see that?
Oh.
Oh my god! Oh my god,
I
it
have
just
no
went
answer for
straight
that
to the
one.
water. Oh my god.
That was cool.
Hold on. Where'd it go?
You said it went in the water.
If there's all this ancient archaeology, quote unquote, under all this ice in Antarctica, could it be that Atlantis has been hiding under all this ice?
The following footage is phenomenal. This is crazy, and it is caught completely unexpectedly. This comes from a woman who was outside just taking a quick break when she filmed something absolutely paranormal, what appears to be a ghost jumping on a trampoline. But it gets even crazier. Towards the end, it's almost like you can see it leave. Take a look at this footage. Comment below, tell me what you think.
So I'm just sitting here doing my nails outside in this lovely day, and I hear something, and you just have to see this. See that? Watch. Look.
There's a shadow
Look.
underneath of it.
There's somebody in the trampoline, but there's not somebody in the trampoline. There's a fucking shadow.
Since when do ghosts have a shadow? Is that how they work now? I mean, the sun would be reflecting off of something to cause the shadow on the ground under the trampoline, so I'm calling cap on this. It's interesting, cap. What y'all think? Let me know.
Oh my god.
Let me know in the comments, come on.
It stopped. It's getting out, but there's nothing. Oh my god. There's a fucking shadow.
See the shadow underneath?
Has the Antichrist arrived? Out of Forbes, we have Soviet spacecraft Cosmos 482 location after re-entry baffling watchers. This was a spacecraft sent up 50 years ago that was on a mission to go to Venus. And remember, Venus is the morning star.
This recently came back down, but like I said, I'm a little behind because of the sickness I've been dealing with. And I'm sorry about that, but there's going to be clips in here that I promise you probably have not seen.
Live under a firmament. They're
Stick
not
around.
going into outer space. They're trying to break the watchers out of the firmament. So here's the picture of the landing. What does that look like to you guys? As if that's not weird enough, Cosmos 482. 482 in the Hebrew is youth, young man, silence, which is interesting because we went over that story about Thor, who's the equivalent of Satan, having to be silent at the wedding in Norse mythology. This is number 482 in the Greek, anti-lamb, to help, to support, to take hold of. I am not saying for certain one way or the other, but I do find this very strange. Regardless, God is watching, God has our backs, and he has his eye on his people. We're not supposed to fear prophecy, but we are supposed to keep watch, keep our eyes open on Jesus, but be aware of your surroundings and what's going on.
What do y'all think that green was from? Do you think it's from burning like metals, like copper or something? Let me know in the comments.
Clara Var was casually recording her farm animals when all of a sudden she captures something really strange in the background. Check this out.
What in the world is that thing? That thing's big.
Planes don't fly that close. Oh my God! What the fuck? What is it doing?
No,
oh, I
I'm
can't.
recording it.
I can't do it.
It's flying around. There's 2 lines now.
Oh, it's flying around it. It's flying around it.
There's 2 lines now.
It's so many of them.
My heart is beating.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get out for it.
My heart coming out my chest right now, bro.
I'd be excited too.
Look, my heart coming out my chest right now.
Y'all, I got real alien activity going on. They circling that it came out of the ocean. That is not a moon and it is not a sun. It's 10 o'clock at night. I seen it come out of the ocean, y'all. There are fucking ships. I don't know what the fuck these are. They're flying around it. They're circling it. There's one above it. There's one on each side of it. There's one right there. There's one right there. Y'all can't see them. I don't know if y'all see them blinking. Do you see them? Okay, they're going towards that. We seen it come out of the fucking sea.
We see them, Bethany.
We seen the.
This is terrible. This is terrible. I don't know how this happened, but it's awful funny how it happens, ain't it? This ain't the first time, won't be the last time. Man, this is strange. All those people on top of there, and some of them are dangling. If you watch close, you can pause it, look at it real careful. You can see the people dangling, and there was some loss of life here. I can't remember the number, but it was crazy.
There's people up there!
Look at that dangling. That's a person dangling. That's crazy. I wouldn't be laughing. That's crazy.
It's crashing!
Why? Why is this stuff happening?
That's
It's like that airplane that wrecked this morning.
Did you see the person just fall all the way down?
The military base this morning. A lot of things going on.
What is it you think you're doing here?
I'm dumping trash out.
That's illegal. This is private property. You can't be using this dumpster for your trash.
Oh, no, it's okay. My office
Did somebody call you, sir? If nobody called you, then you need to mind your own business.
is right here. It's not illegal. I have an office here, sir.
Your office is here. You work, and you work here.
Correct. I'm an attorney.
Wow. He acts like it's like, I don't understand. Did he profile her? Kinda sounds like it.
That's correct. Yes.
You're an attorney.
Yes, sir. Do you need a business card or anything?
Yeah,
Need services?
yes. I need proof of this.
Would you like services or anything, or why do you need my business?
I would like to see proof that you're an attorney because this is private property. You can't be throwing trash out there. You're breaking the law.
Okay, I would love to show you my business card. That's no problem.
1019.
Here you go, sir. Linda Jones, attorney at law, located right at this office address.
I see the Linda Jones, but I don't see the address here.
Sir, if you flip the card over, please. Thank you. Is there anything else I can help you with, sir? Because the sun is...
I still don't see the address.
Sir, here's the address here, please. And that's my name. Is there anything else that you need to verify that, sir? I'm trying to cooperate here.
Ma'am, I'll ask the questions. You're breaking the law right now.
Actually, I'm an attorney. I know my rights, and I'm not breaking the law. As I stated, sir, I'm a tenant at this office location.
Okay, this card doesn't prove any of that. I need to see your ID.
You don't need to see my ID, sir. I just gave you my business card.
Ma'am, don't make this any more difficult than it has to be.
Address.
There's no need to be confrontational.
Nobody's being confrontational, sir. I'm not being confrontational.
Ma'am, you're being incredibly aggressive.
Wow.
All you're doing is escalating the situation, and there's no need for any of this.
This dude needs to get back in his cop car and eat his pickles. You don't eat donuts. He likes them pickles.
I'm escalating the situation.
Correct. I've asked you,
You know
3
what?
times now. I need to
I
see
will
your
show
ID.
you my ID to verify the business card, okay? I'll do that for you. But I don't have to, okay? I'm pretty sure you know that.
Nobody told him. I don't know why he did.
This is my name to verify the business card and the office address, sir. This is not illegal dumping, once again.
Alright, but the address is different on your license than it is on the business card.
Because that's a business location, sir. That's not my home address.
Exactly.
Yeah, this whole thing just seems very suspicious. I'll be right back. I need
sir,
to run this ID.
You don't need to run my ID, sir. You don't need to. I'm an attorney, like I said. That'll be against your jurisdiction if you're trying to run my driver's license.
Ma'am, you
and I both know that, or I can tell you that right now. That's illegal what you're doing.
You just illegally took your ID.
Because you have no reason to legally stop me. I gave you my ID. I did not have to, once again.
Ma'am, you're breaking the law. You're illegally dumping trash. Your addresses do not match up.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
They do match up.
Well, then you should have no problem with me running it then, if you are who
You
you say
don't
you
need
are.
to run my ID, sir. I told you, again, I'm a lawyer. This is my office address. I've proven that with my business card and my driver's license. This is not illegal. You have no reason to stop me.
Well, then you should have no reason for me to run your ID if you are so in fact a lawyer and this is your property. Because from where I stand, you're illegally dumping trash into a dumpster.
If we continue with this, sir, you're going to get sued. Is that
There you go.
officer I see? Badge 2322? You really want to continue this conversation with me, knowing that I'm an attorney at home?
I mean, you haven't proven that you're an attorney.
With the business card saying attorney, that doesn't, and the ID matching, that doesn't do it for you? Or you want to keep going down this rabbit hole, officer?
Okay, ma'am, this could just be so simple. All you need to do is give me your ID and your business card back.
I'm not letting
Let
you
me
run
it.
anything. I don't have to let you run anything. Maybe you need to go read into your law books
Ma'am,
instead of just the academy.
if you weren't breaking the law,
You're going to get sued, sir. This is harassment now because you're on my private property as a tenant.
1017.
And you're trying to make me, call whoever you need to call because you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong.
He's fishing.
I don't know if it's racism. I don't know what you have going on, a bad day. I'm
feel
not
like it's
sure,
sir,
racism.
but you need to go.
None of that is relevant to what's going on here.
It's very relevant because you're sitting here harassing me at my workplace when I'm taking out my trash where I pay for have my office space.
Okay, none of that has been proven. I do have an ongoing investigation right now that I just got called on.
My business card. I've given you my business card. I've showed you my ID and verified that's the name. This is my office. Would you like to come inside?
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna let you off on a warning.
You have no choice but to let me off on a warning. Because you need a warning yourself. Keep it going.
I have an ongoing investigation I need to tend to.
I bet you do.
We're gonna leave this as a
I bet
warning
you do.
today.
That sounds great. That sounds great. You have a great day.
Sounds like he found a reason to get the hell out of there, huh? That cop was fishing, and he had no reason to be there bothering her. And the way he kept acting like he didn't believe that she worked there, and it's like, what about my appearance makes you think that? Think about that. Let me know in the comments what you think.
Question
Crazy.
about T-Rex. I'm already positive it doesn't look like what we thought it looked like, but here's a big question. A horse skull looks like this, yet the majestic horse, it looks like this. And a dog skull, more carnivorous looking, but the dog looks like this, it has jowls, so why do we see this on the T-Rex and other carnivorous dinosaurs? Assume it looks like this. Why can't the T-Rex have jowls? Why didn't he look like this?
I don't know.
That makes a lot more sense to me. Food for thought.
Do you really think that aliens Now you know.
That kid dropped some bangers, didn't he? Some wisdom. I like that kid. What do you think about that?
And when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall fall upon them. This is getting very interesting. Talk about the logo in 1 minute.
To so many decades of conflict, finally it is within our grasp to reach the future that generations before us could only dream about. A land of peace, safety, harmony, opportunity.
And that sounds good, right? But the powers that be are purposely trying to push into a Revelation scenario. This logo, by the way, is 3 6s, just like the Large Hadron Collider, which has quite literally ousted themselves for doing alchemy and creating gold out of other materials. Alchemy. That was the goal of alchemy. And of course, it's no surprise at all. The program is called Alice. Get it? Alice? I'll have to do a video tomorrow decoding that. But back to Revelation and the obvious 666. To prove it's being pushed, I made this video talking about the Mahdi and how I showed you that he was a 3-letter and a 5-letter organization frontman. Go back and watch the video. They literally put him in place, both here in the US and over there in the Middle East. The Middle East, you get it? And they did this deal behind these people's back. Remember Zechariah 12-14, also in the latter days, last time's Revelation, when all the armies of the world circle these people right here. At the same exact time, giant earthquakes happening every single day all over the world. Right after the news said that West Coast is going to have their top blown off in 10,000 earthquakes in one day. Nations against nations, kingdom against kingdoms, famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. But why are we having so many earthquakes? And why are we having so many solar flares? Do you know why? Famine, South Africa, Gaza, really all over the place. Things are being pushed, and if you know, you just know. You need to do your research and find out what happened before you were born, how America started, and who started it.
I want to take a minute to thank everybody for watching this video and watching any of my content. It means a lot to me. It means the world to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Even the ones that don't subscribe, I appreciate you checking us out and just watching. It does mean a lot to us. We check the numbers every day, and we don't have a lot of subscribers. We don't make money off our content. We struggle, but we're doing it, and we're just glad that people are watching our videos. But if you do like it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe. Now let's get back to the video.
You're okay? Okay.
Oh my God.
There's our...
Oh my God.
We have a lot, like all our trees.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Can't imagine. I just can't. We've had them go around us. We were stuck in them and stuff. That's devastating. If you've been affected by these tornadoes or anybody that you know, my thoughts and prayers are with them, and I mean that. I don't know what's going on, cloud seeding, I don't know, whatever. The sun.
Where are you?
Something's causing all this.
We're good. Are you guys? Oh my God.
Yeah, we're
There's
fine.
casualties. There's casualties. We need to go over there. It literally got everything except for our house. Oh my God.
It's terrible, y'all. It really is.
Oh my God, it went right through here.
Like a, you know what went off right there, right? It hurts. Anybody watching has any stories they'd like to share, I'd love to hear them.
No one noticed that Beyonce lost her temper with Blue Ivy on stage, but Rumi was enjoying the whole thing. Blue doesn't dare mess up in front of Beyonce. During Beyonce's tour, her earring got caught in Beyonce's hair. She pulled Beyonce's hair once but didn't manage to free it. Her expression was full of panic. Finally, she hastily took the earring off with her hand. Beyonce didn't help her at all, and Rumi just stood there laughing. After standing up, Beyonce turned back to look at Blue, but she used her eyes to ask where Blue's earring was. Blue quickly pointed to her left hand, which was clenched in a fist. What's even more heartbreaking is that Blue lives a life with less freedom than a pet. Beyonce and Jay-Z spent $1 million on her nursery, but they released her baby photos to the public. People began questioning her gender. When Jay-Z was caught up in a scandal, he and Beyonce even pulled in Blue to draw fire. They forced 12-year-old Blue to wear revealing dresses. Despite her discomfort, she played along in their happy family act. Now Beyonce is making Blue her backup dancer. The audience keeps calling her the next Beyonce. But they don't know she's suffered at least 23 ligament strains. To be honest, doesn't Blue have less freedom than a puppy?
I reckon this one's going to get the pseudoscience gurus to bounce their heads off the wall. How much fuel do you reckon they used just to get out of Earth's orbit on the Apollo 11 mission? Because once again, the maths just ain't mathing. This is a fuel tank holding 60,000 gallons worth of fuel. Now just for the Apollo 11 mission, the Saturn V rocket, to get out of Earth's orbit, it needed 203,400 gallons of kerosene fuel and 318,000 gallons of liquid oxygen. And to fully get to the moon, they needed to use 950,000 gallons of fuel. Once again, this is 60,000 gallons. And we're led to believe that this rocket used 950,000 gallons just to get to the moon. Then a further 950,000 essentially to get back and land perfectly. Where are they fitting all that fuel?
Here we go again on some of that they live shit. That motherfucker like he got a whole lizard tail coming out his motherfucking back. What the fuck is that, dog? What is that? And they inside some motherfucking church. This shit is crazy motherfucking work. And I wonder who filming this motherfucker. I wonder if they told him like, hey, your tail coming out.
That's weird.
That shit is diabolical. Whole motherfucking reptilian right there in that motherfucking church, dog.
They turned to stone. They got petrified. Reset after reset, our minds go blank. Within a blink of an eye, they got petrified.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Me and my wife we see these things all the time, and if you just sit and think about it, and if these are real petrified people, giants, just being stuck in that last moment, and some of the way that their last movements are, man, it's incredible just to think about it.
Sat on the throne to freeze their bones, kneel their head to put their life to rest. Himalayan salt took their last breath. They came out of the waters like the firmament did. As above, so below, but you can't see what it is. They're staring with their eyes, their passion and their love. They got sent with the angels and they come from above. Read Genesis is what you need to know. We don't live on a round earth, we live inside a dome. We're in a firmament and you haven't got a clue. If you don't realize, then you're set out to lose. Set yourself free from your mind, from your pain. The light's taken over the dark and the light's taken over the rain. They got turned to stone, but they were real beings. 200 foot in the sky, can you really see him? I'm not making it up, they speak real truth. They got petrified, they did it for me and you. Stay blessed, my guys, wake up.
What could cause that? Could it be something from the sun? Or something that we just don't know about? Because if it's something from the sun, the way the sun's looking nowadays, if any of you guys keep up with that stuff like I do, there's a lot going on in that sun right now that it could explain a lot of things that are going on here. And if that's the case, then things are going to get pretty nasty if the sun doesn't straighten itself out soon. Let me know what you think. It's crazy.
Oh my god, nobody is gonna ever believe this.
Right beside the shed, between the shed and the tree. Something sticking out there. See the head?
Oh, shit. Alright, we're going back inside.
Are giants actually real like the Bible says? Watch this.
We were in Chiapas, Mexico, and on a mountain, we saw a giant. I'm not talking about a 9-footer or 10-footer. I'm talking about mid-20s.
Wow.
Not for a glimpse, not a second. For about 25 minutes, I stared at it. It did not rattle my faith one bit. No. Because I already know how to process all this. I said, Jerry, I want you to softly turn around. He said, why? And I said, because there is something a giant on the top of that hill, and I've been looking at it for 20, 30 minutes. And Jerry turned around and went, "Oh my gosh!" And man, when he did, the thing kind of stood up like this and just turned around and, "Hey Jerry, did we see a giant in Mexico?" "Yes, sir." Okay, there it is.
The ships are in Hawaii at the observatories, and I'm just going to show you this screen footage that I found at the observatories. You all look at this. This is undeniable. This is where they're at. If you've ever been to the observatories, let me tell you something right now.
Never been.
If you've seen bright lights there and you've looked at them, this is what's going on. The ships are showing up there, and they don't want nobody to know. Okay, they don't want nobody to know. That's what's going on. They don't want anybody to know. And that's why they gave their little briefing about the UFOs, because they know it's too late. It's too late now, you all. It's too late. The ships have gotten tired of waiting. They've got tired of waiting, you all. They did. Tired.
Do you guys think that's the sun glaring off the clouds underneath there or something, or coming from above and glaring down? Or do you think it's really ships behind there? Let me know.
Tired of waiting.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, they're tired.
Honestly.
They made an appearance. Okay, they did. And they're at the observatories. And they don't want people to know, but you're finding out right now. This is today. This is around 4 in the morning. Okay, this is when it is. 4 in the morning. At the observatories in Hawaii. Look at this. This is not the sunrise. It's not the sunrise at all. What happened was, I saw the clouds moving in a certain way, so I slowed it down big time. I thought because it's not normal. And it's not normal. It's not normal. This is the eastern sky. Okay, this is ships. And or a great big massive mothership is what it is. Okay, is what it is. Lots of ships. And I think they waited. Y'all got my hand here in the way. I'm so sorry. I think they waited way, way too long. Way too long in order to get the news out. Okay. And I do apologize having my hand in the way, you all. I am. I am going to go. This is short. I got to get my video. I'm going to do this video as a live premiere on my YouTube channel right here. It's 9 minutes long, since they like to cut by chat rate. That's what they like to do, and they don't like people seeing. So I think the lasers are being fired at the ships in Hawaii. I really do, up in the sky. That's why they got these lasers out. So I'm going to go, and I'm gonna set this as a premiere. Very shortly on my channel. It's only like 9 minutes long, 9:17. So with that being said, hello wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Love you.
This is Mercury, dude, is what NASA says. Probably like the most clear thing you've ever seen of Mercury. I mean, look at that quality, dude. What's up, everybody? My name's Clark, man. Today, we're going to view some really great images from NASA and other space agencies all around the world, like this one right here. Now, I'm no expert, but does his arm, does that look like a dummy, like a doll or something? You know what I'm saying? Like one of those, not the kind that you probably get, but you know I mean, the other, this kind. Just saying, man. Then we got these auroras that the space station is taking, or whatever it is. Like, look at the curve, man. It's almost straight here. And over here, it's like, what? As Elon Musk says, that's how you know it's real, because it looks so fake. But this is not fake. This is real, everybody. Nobody answered my question ever, man. There's another image. Where are the tire tracks? That's a footprint, okay? Where are the impressions from the tires? I don't care if they're made out of metal. I don't know that stuff. If you can see the footprints from the daggum astronauts, why can't you see the tire tracks from the daggum rover? I'll be waiting patiently.
What was the scariest moment of the journey?
Scariest? It didn't happen. It could have been scary. Circuit breaker.
I don't want to be presumptuous.
You wonder why JFK got assassinated? Just put it together and think about it. He was calling for this to happen. and he was wanting it to really happen. It was almost like he was trying to expose us that we couldn't do it. And then they get rid of him, and then later on, maybe they fake it. Maybe. But it seemed to work for a long time.
Here, I can call you Buzz, okay?
That's a legal name, passport, driver's license.
And I am Uncle Coney tonight. Let's talk about this, because this is fascinating. I remember very clearly, I think anybody who was alive at the time does. I remember my parents waking me up, and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon, which was...
No, you didn't.
What?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation. So you associated what you saw with...
I have very hazy memories. Well,
8-year-old's question. That's my question. I want to know, but I think I know. Because we didn't go there, and that's the way it happened.
Hello, Facebook. I'm just going to do a very short video to show you what these look like. In Edge Detect, this was a ship, a great big long ship. When there were thousands of them, I put this photo into the Edge Detect so you can see what it looks like. Look at the detail that we have. I'm not going to make this very long, but this will have good, better graphics than my video that's getting up.
So this is the lady that had that video a while ago that we was watching where it looked like the sun, or she called it a mothership or whatever. And this is another video she shared.
To the YouTube, because I normally am able to copy my video, the URL, and share it, but it wouldn't let me do it this time. But yeah, look at this mega ship, and I'm sorry I have to do it like this, but yeah, there is definitely compartments in here. You can see the compartments in these ships. These are real. They're not specks of dust. These are not satellites. These are real ships that are up in the sky. And again, this was when there were thousands upon thousands of them rolling in. And, you know, just because I'm not photographing them now doesn't mean that they're not there. I do believe that they are still here in our skies. Look at that. Rainbow colors. Look at that. And they do cloak themselves in the clouds. With the clouds. They are cloaked with the clouds. These ships are. So yeah, so this is to accompany these pictures, and I am uploading a video to my YouTube for the people to see it on the YouTube. But just look at that detail that we've got going on here in these ships. They're real, okay? They're so real. That's what I want to say. Real. Yeah, let me see if I can get to this one end. Look at this. Look what's in there. Look at these compartments. Yeah, so hope this doesn't get fuzzy out on me. So look at that. Would you all just look at that? I'm excited about it. I really am. I'm holding my cell phone and I'm filming this. And this, of course, these ships were on top the orb. That was right below them. That's what they were on. So I'm going to end this video. I'm going to make it short for you all. Thank you for those hearts.
Is this a moon portal, or I saved this clip a while ago for a video on cosmic fish that I did. This is the clip. I was clearing out my phone and I adjusted the settings, and look at what happens.
What the heck? They even have shadows. It kind of looks like they're underwater.
And if you don't think we're under the waters above from the Bible, you can literally see waves of water going over the moon in like every telescope video. Look in the
I've seen that with my telescope.
You can see the water bubbling up in them and blinking. This is what stars actually look like in telescopes. You can tell they're definitely underwater. And look at these stars all around floating. This is bioluminescent water. I just don't know what to say anymore.
You really believe that in 1969, when televisions were still in black and white, and folks were still using rotary fucking phones, and most new cars sold in the United States didn't even have power windows or fucking air conditioning, that we just strapped two cowboys into what was essentially a fucking Coke can with a Chevy small block attached to it, and just launched them motherfuckers out into orbit on nothing more than a hope and a fucking dream, and somehow managed to land that glorified bottle rocket safely on an uncharted lunar surface, where they then got out and played hopscotch for a few hours, and then they got right back inside that motherfucker, and then somehow managed to launch themselves back off the goddamn moon with no infrastructure. And then a few short weeks later, they landed safely back on Earth. You really fucking believe that that happened? Goddamn, you're a gullible son of a bitch. I bet you still believe in fucking Santa Claus, you goofy bastard.
This was deliberate, practiced, and meant for those who understand. Watch this. When you know the symbols, you realize it's all part of the plan, because
Where did it go? I lost it. Here it is. I can't get it. I can't. What's that?
Why is it standing still?
It's the rapture. Now you
Thank Congresswoman Marsha Fudge for hosting us.
My throat. She even drinking it? She didn't even get a drink. The water ain't even going in her mouth.
Parar por aí.
Já estão encomendados.
Evil bastard. Oh, and man.
I have some disturbing news. If you want to hear it, sit through this. If not, it's okay if you leave. I don't know if you guys watched a video that I put out maybe last week about a dream that I had where I saw it looked like the grid was either resetting itself or falling. And now, because I have this ability where I can hear or feel plants and animals and like everything that's living, I'm connected to it. So I hear the plants telling me that the weather is about to become really, really unpredictable. Like I know that I think a tornado just hit St. Louis, North St. Louis, and the plants are like I'm watching them. Hold on, let me show you guys real quick. See, they're right here, and I'm sitting in my car, and they didn't tone down a lot now that I'm showing you guys. But it's like the wind. Okay, they're starting to talk again. You see? Now, where you guys may just see that as wind, that's communication to me. So that's communication to me because the wind is passing through the leaves of the tree and sending out a frequency. So please pay attention. Also, somewhere is a massive portal open. I'm trying to feel where it's a matter. Dakota, something about Dakota, North Dakota, South Dakota. It's a massive portal open, but kind of like in the middle of nowhere, where it's not going to be noticeable. So pay attention to whatever's coming out of North Dakota and South Dakota. But the weather is about to become really, really crazy, and it's a huge portal open. So if y'all are spiritually awake and spiritually in tune with this, tell me if you agree.
Do you know what happened to Einstein's brain when he died? Well, turns out it was stolen from his corpse. You see, when Einstein died in 1955, he had requested to be cremated and specifically said he did not want his body studied. Well, during his autopsy, the scientist on duty, Dr. Thomas Harvey, decided that Einstein's brain was too miraculous to destroy. So without permission, he opened Einstein's skull and removed his brain. Then he cut the brain into 240 cubes and sent slides of it to researchers all across the world.
Darkest truth hidden from us.
I don't understand why we have to pay to live on a planet we were born on. You didn't sign a contract when you took your first breath. You didn't agree to rent space on Earth.
No, but
So
our
why
parents
does every
did.
part of survival, food, water, land, come with a price tag? And here's the real question. Who are we even paying? Who decided they owned the land, the water, the resources? Who stood up one day and said, this all belongs to me, and you owe me for existing? Water covers most of the planet, falls from the sky, and is essential for life. Yet somehow people are dying of thirst. Instead of wasting billions on war, we could build desalination plants and give fresh water to everyone. The technology exists, but do we use it? No, because if people could take care of themselves, they wouldn't be controlled. That's the truth. Scarcity is a lie. There's enough food, enough land, enough resources for everyone. But if people weren't desperate, governments, corporations, and banks would lose power. So they manufacture struggle. They make sure you're always working, always paying, always needing. You're not just paying to live, you're paying to stay in your cage.
You are going to make it. You are going to make it, and when you do, you are going to be so thankful that you didn't give up. You are going to go further than you ever thought possible. You are going to make your family so proud. You are going to be able to set your family up in that house. You are going to be able to do it. You are going to step into that thing that you've been avoiding. You are going to take the step in the direction of success. You are going to do it. I know sometimes you say, I can't go on any further. I can't do it. But God is saying, you can and you will and you are doing it right now. Like right now, you are doing it. You are capable of doing so much more than you even thought possible. You have only scratched the surface with what is in you. You are going to show up and share your gifts. You are going to be seen. You are going to get your recognition. This is the promise that is spoken on your life. It is only up to you to believe it. God has given you wings. It is only up to you to believe that you have them. It is only up to you to have faith that you can use them. That you can fly exceedingly and abundantly higher than you've ever been before. That you can do things that no one else has done before, that your family has not done before. And you are already doing it. The world is yours. Oh my goodness. You are gonna do such great things in this world. I just feel the Holy Spirit say, like, you are so special. And you are so capable. And you are going to do it.
Amen.
And I'm proud of you.
The border between the United States and Canada is one of the strangest borders in the world. Not just because of its length, but also because of the unusual situations that happen along it. First, Windsor is a city in Canada, located south of Detroit. What's special is that this is the only Canadian city where you have to go north to reach the United States. Another interesting situation is the town of Angle Inlet in the state of Minnesota, a U.S. town surrounded by Canada on one side and a lake on the other. Residents here have to cross the border every day to go about their lives, but this is not the only case. In the state of Washington, there's also the town of Point Roberts, a place in a situation no different from Angle Inlet in Minnesota. They have to travel 40 kilometers every day and go through 2 border checkpoints to go to work. Another interesting thing is in the town of Stansted, the border runs exactly down the middle of this road, and the houses on both sides of the street belong to 2 different countries. But the strangest situation is in the town of Darby Line, where some houses are built right on the border. Imagine waking up in Canada and brushing your teeth in the US.
And that's the end of this video. And I just wanted to say one more time that I really appreciate anybody and everybody that has watched my video, our videos. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. If not, that's fine. I hope you come back and enjoy another video soon. We are already working on another video, which I'm going to start reacting to as soon as I get done posting this one. We've already got it put together. It's going to be even better than this. We've got a few of them. And I'm also thinking about doing some live videos soon. And maybe you can catch me on here. I hope so. But anyways, I look forward to getting to know everybody. And I hope we build this together. It's been fun so far. And I'm sorry for being sick. I have some health problems and so does my little boy. But thank you for sticking it out and believing in me. And all the messages you got today from this video, I hope you take them serious. You're better than what you think you are. You're better than what everybody thinks you are. Reach your highest potential. You can do it. The only person that stops you is you. good luck to you, and until the next video, thank you and take care. Love y'all. God bless.